Hey adventurers, welcome to the crew. I'm Sealor Janda, and this is my Let's Play of Pillars of Eternity. We are exploring Heritage Hill. We're just about to head into this big, foreboding tower off to the left side, and hopefully
I'm here.
we find the source of all the undead in here. The massive stone door of the tower is sealed. There doesn't appear to be any way of opening it. Speak the words we learned. You hear rumbles and clanks from hidden tumblers. The door unlocks. Alright, we're in. Okay, so this must be the tower that's referred to in our story mission prompt, as well as the key to whatever the local area's problem is.
At once.
And it's full of ghouls. Not shocking, to be fair. Okay, tanks go to tank. Everybody, oops, I just told Palashina to go somewhere. Everyone else, please stay back here. Okay, Ader, I bet you intercept that one, and Palashina, you go up to that one. Good? Sort of, yes, okay. Who is selected right now? Oh, the fox. Alright, fine. Apparently Ader's not picking them all up successfully. Alright, all of you kill that one before it kills you. You... Oh, the dark ghoul is the scary one. Okay. Do have this now. But it seems like a bit of a waste to use it immediately. Let's just throw a really big fireball at them. Yes, we'll hit our own tanks, but that's what they're there for, right? Oh, what the hell? Okay, double what the hell. Apparently we're having a freezing issue, but... There we go. They have wizards. Don't like that. We're gonna have to try to take those down immediately before they murder us. Oath, if you would. Multiple or just the one? Thought I saw 2 or 3. Maybe it's just the one. Okay, wizard is down. Wow, we're having a lot of lag spikes here. Or, I wouldn't even call it lag at this point, it's just freezes. Okay, there's a dark ghoul leading my face. That's acceptable. Loth, please hit it with... that, maybe? Scani, try that. Kana, can't summon yet. Okay. Wow, what is wrong with this today? Or maybe it's just this area. Okay, Dargul's disengaged from me. Alright, we're alright.
Yes?
Everything's dead. Grab ourselves some piles of vessel flesh.
I'm here.
And let's see what's around. The mattress is lumpy and smells of old straw, but whoever slept here last made it neatly. Essence shimmers and pulsates within the strange device. Okay, a couple of critical notes. Why do I feel like this keeps falling today? Day 7. A week of study and we're still none the wiser about this device. Trindig remains optimistic. I don't know what I'd do without his spirit. And Trindig's letter. Dearest Mother and Father, you'll be pleased to hear that I've learned much already since coming to the city. There are many incredible ruins nearby, and Master Craig has allowed me to accompany him on a number of expeditions. I'm writing to you from inside an ancient Engwithan tower. There's an entire district built up around it, but the locals have mostly left the tower untouched. They've let us set up temporary living quarters here so our work can continue uninterrupted. It's an unsettling place at times, but Master Greg has been a constant comfort, and he's quick to remind me that the things we learn from this tower may one day help us find a cure for Weidman's legacy. I'd better get some rest now. Mr. Greg likes to get an early start to the day. All my love, Trindig. Okay. I think that kid's dead, but, okay, this place is gonna have a lot of skeletons in this, isn't it? Let's all back up a little, except Ader and Pelagine try to get to the front, please. Nope, Aloth is still at the front. Aloth, please go back that way. We are bad at getting in combat formation. Where the hell's Pelagina? Alright, at least she's up here. Now, Ader, that's too far forward. Alright, let's just start hitting things with Arcane Assault. They're just skeletons. I don't think they're that tough. So there's no sense wasting anything too elaborate on them. They're dead.
Certainly.
Patting the scratchy old coverlet thickens the air with dust. No one's used this bed in weeks. Padded armor, paradol, and 188 copper. Okay, we'll go up the stairs, but first let's go... Ooh, revenants. I'm not even gonna bother to attempt to micro, we're just gonna mess with these. Yeah, bye.
I'm here.
Oh, we could get in here through there. My bad, I didn't even notice. Okay, well, whatever. Potion of power. What's this do? Oh, attack speed and endurance. So that's pretty good. Gainite scripture. Burn. Feel thy hatred twist within thee. Feed thyself on its bile. Sustain thyself on its anger. This hatred, this bile, this anger, these shall be the tools for thy rebellion. What is this, the Sith code? Let thine heart seethe. There is no satisfaction in open confrontation. Hide thine hatred. Let it grow that it may fester. Make thy plots in secret. The quiet slave stays in the shadows. His face seeks not the light. In darkness doth he work. In darkness doth he move. Rebel against those that seek to control thee. Rebel against those that wish to remove thee. Okay. 38 silver pfennigs, which is worth like, what, almost 200 and something copper. And a page from Aldhelm's journal. Day 2. We've completed our measurements of the machine thanks to Trindig's youthful agility. Further examination is required to discover its intended use. Seems like he appreciates his apprentice, at least. Not sure if his apprentice is the owner of the whole, Sith code there. Might just be random. Level 2. More undead. Not too surprising. Oh, okay, ghouls. And there's a Darghoul. So let's get the tanks out. Let's start. Ader, intercept that one. Then me, let's... Actually, I did the last one. Ader, you want to do this one? Throw some acid out.
Hey.
I mean, not Ader, Aloth, but yeah. I forget. Does Pelagina have anything I should be using right now? Not really, just this, but... Well, and this, of course, but not wasting that on the Revenant. Alright, let's just start tossing out these. Other than the one set of ghouls and Darghouls, it's mostly Revenants, which are not a big threat, so we just need to hit everything that's over here. What is taking so long? Did you even throw the acid out? I think you did. Oh yes, forget you can do this. Shouldn't forget to do that. Scunny, take that on the Darghoul. You... I mean, you can use this just per encounter, so I guess per... Okay, all of you shoot the Darghoul. Yeah, it's tough, but not tough enough for this kind of punishment. The scroll contains a pen and ink diagram of the Adra device running through the tower. Despite copious measurements and carefully drawn detail, it gives no indication of the machine's purpose. Yeah, they probably have no idea what its purpose was. The works of the Engwithans, a comprehensive guide. Okay. Deerwood, and that's random. 129 silver. Nope, another dark one we missed. There's some revenants that are probably supposed to be supporting it now, but... oh well. I do feel like, depending on your positioning, some of the fights don't always quite trigger properly.
Stand together.
Also, maybe it's just a randomness in party comp, but I do feel like the difficulty varies considerably between have to micro this carefully and don't even bother pausing once. Sigil of the Arcane, Major Spellbind, Arcane Dampener, and +1 intellect. What's that do? Suspends beneficial effects for 15 seconds. Foe area of effect. Okay, that's pretty decent. I'll add the intellect. Letter from Ekantha. Holdhelm, I did indeed receive your recent summons, as well as the two that came before it. I've been waiting for you to present yourself on my doorstep so that I could give you my answer in person. A firm and unwavering no. I won't help you. In fact, I relish the idea of you and your team of glorified engineers sitting in that tower, sweating over the runes I've studied for years. Nothing gives me greater pleasure than knowing that my research, which you've long disparaged, is the missing piece in your mundane little puzzle. As you well know, it's knowledge I've always valued. I'm just around the corner. I encourage you to find me should you wish to rehash this conversation in person. Yours truly, Ekantha. Yeah, we met her and she did seem pretty disdainful of this guy. 19 golden swolls and a page from his journal. Day 10. Patrons grow impatient with the lack of quantifiable results. They should drag themselves out of their mansions and spend a few nights here if they think it's so easy. Really? 10 days and they're already mad? I feel like I would just assume an expedition like this would take months or years to bear fruit, to actually reactivate it, if that's what they were trying to do. The pulling, pounding energy in the machine feels even stronger up here. Okay, there's stairs up. I don't know how tall this tower is exactly. Day 11. Finally got out of the tower to clear our heads. Beasts take the patrons. We'll finish the study on our own terms, our own time. Just as I said as much to Trindig, the sky came to life with stray lighting. Lightning, maybe? I said it's a good omen, but the poor lad's spooked. Only cure for that is a good night's sleep. Yeah, they really screwed something up in here, I'm guessing. 14 golden dukes. 53 silver pfennigs. A lot of money in here. We looked at this desk, didn't we? Yeah. Alright, further up we go. I guess this is the top. Here's the Engwithan machine. Oh.
Still nothing.
Sup, dude?
Confounded device.
Standing near the device feels like being blown about by a storm gale. The stone steps hum with energy. This is much like the thing we saw at the beginning. Although that doesn't actually mean it serves the same purpose, because we don't understand the Engwithan stuff at all. Okay, well here's Aldhelm. He's not, well he is dead actually, I think, but whoa, hold on, let's talk to him first. A man hunches over the strange mechanism, his spine a sharp ridge rising from his arched back. He's barely clothed in filthy rags, and the patches of skin you see are mottled green. A spoiled stench emanates from him. He's so intent on his work that he doesn't notice you until your shadow falls over him. When he turns and sees you, he snarls and scuttles behind the Adra pedestal. Only his barred teeth seem to have escaped decay. His eyes are yellowed and bloodshot, but they flicker with intelligence. He averts his gaze and holds a hand in front of his face.
Shouldn't be here. What do you want?
What the hell did you do here, buddy?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Okay, fair, I guess. He smashes a fist into the Adra pillar. His hand makes a crunching noise, but doesn't bleed.
Forgive me. Forgive me. Research. We came to do research on the tower. Some commission from gods. It hardly matters now.
Olaf's lips twitch in disgust. If I had a copper skeet for every fool animancer whose thirst for knowledge led to a disaster, well, I never would have ended up in Gilded Vale, that's for sure. Okay. So, go on then, when the disaster happened.
Something happened on our 11th night. Lights in the sky and a static charge in the air. But we were so careful. We were staying in the chambers below. Trindig, my assistant, said he saw a robed figure lurking around the tower. Wore a mask. Carried knives at his sides. A trick of shadows, I told him. The next morning we felt strange. Like we hadn't eaten in weeks. So dazed that we didn't at first notice the blood around our beds. The strange wounds that had appeared overnight.
Interesting, it wasn't actually you, maybe.
And the machine. This cursed spire. Dormant for 2,000 years. Lifeless through hundreds of our experiments. And we wake that morning to find it spinning on its own. On its own! How can we stop what we couldn't start?
Yeah, that's interesting, actually. Apparently it wasn't actually their experiment that started this. The leaden key must have done it. And these guys are actually just victims of it. As exciting as the prospect of a living machine may be, I suspect that, given mention of a machine and a masked figure both, there is another explanation.
Years I've been doing this. Years. I know how these things work. But I don't know how this happened. Nowhere to go. That's the problem. Their souls are trapped here like flies in a jar, clinging to rotting meat.
So this thing traps souls on this plane? Is that what we're saying?
No time to slow down. But I can explain. Hold a magnet over
Soul
iron
magnet.
splinters and they stick. Yes. Rub your hand over weir wool and the hair of your head will follow it. So it is with this machine.
He looks at you and runs his tongue along the edges of his fine, strong teeth. He quickly looks
It
away.
has the power to manipulate souls, but why? For what? And how many others lie buried in the ruins of Erglanfath? No. Focus on this one. It's imprisoned our souls in our bodies. Cut the root between essence and flesh. Left a dwindling soul stuck in a shriveling husk.
So there was a stranger around?
I didn't see him. My assistant, he saw him. We laughed. Said he was spooked by the cemetery. Perhaps it was already too late. I don't know what he did. But by morning the machine was on and we were slain. People were already on the streets. complaining of neighbors and family members acting strangely.
Okay, I'm gonna say you're not like the ghouls in the street, but I'm pretty sure the answer is that he ate his assistant for sustenance. Calling it now.
Not yet. But I will be. My body is dead. My soul, imprisoned in this corpse, only makes it seem otherwise. And as the body decays, so does the mind. Until nothing is left but the hunger. The only way to forestall the process is through a regular infusion of essence. Living flesh is the only ready supply. I'm not proud of any of it. Hunting men and women in the early days of the affliction. Picking off soldiers that came to investigate. But I'd do it again. I'll do it as long as I must to end this disaster.
Okay, maybe not his assistant then, but he's still been eating people, so that's not great.
You could help. Help me end this. Help me find sustenance.
What happened to your assistant, buddy?
By the time I realized what had happened, the district had already been sealed. So we fed when we needed, and locked ourselves in the tower to work. And then there came a time when the hunger struck. And there was hardly anyone left.
Oh, never mind. He did, actually. Okay, well, how can I help?
Not your help I need. It's Harridan, shrew. Squanders her research on frivolities, then refuses to make herself useful. Runes. The runes are the last part of the puzzle. Acantha knows them. She gives them to you, and you can turn the machine off. Release our souls.
She didn't seem cooperative, but, wait, runes? The Engwithan runes? She can read them. He speaks of this feat so blindly. Let's talk instead to this Harridan, Sea Lord Jenda. I'd pick her thoughts a time. She wasn't here the night the machine came on, staying with her patron somewhere near. Too good to be burdened with our ignorant company. Okay, I'll see what I can do.
Yes. Acantha. She was here. In the district. Probably here still. Always prepared. Clever lady, that one. And perhaps you'll bring me something. Something to keep me sharp. Then I show you a secret about the machine. Something to make you strong.
There's a saying in Rauate about feeding sharks. Don't do this, Sea Lord. If nothing else, you're liable to lose a hand. Yeah, I'm not feeding the undead. No, definitely not. Seems like a bad idea. Okay, good. That's actually handy. There's a shortcut. Back down to the bottom. We've already been to see Acantha, so we just have to... Okay, it's not that great a shortcut. Better than if we had to go all the way through everything, though. Oh, hey, Palagina's finally leveled up. Yeah, we've been to see Acantha once. And she just blamed this guy for everything. Which is apparently only partially true. I don't know if she's going to be cooperative on this, though. She seems to be pretty happy with the whole everyone's undead thing. And she killed herself already, and I don't feel like she wants to end it. We'll see. Actually, let me level Palagina up real quick. Actually, put some points into this so that you can get a damage reduction bonus when you rest. And then I guess the rest into athletics. Okay, we get 1 paladin ability. Inspiration. That's not bad. I like that, actually. Liberating exhortation. Zealous charge. Increased movement speed. Disengagement defense. Sworn enemy. Alright, not bad. Deprive the unworthy. That could be quite handy, actually. Potentially. Aegis loyalty. Confuse charm to dominate characters with severe accuracy penalties. Zealous endurance fills paladin and allies with unshakable more damage reduction. That's good too. Reviving exhortation. Oh, that's handy. Coordinating attacks, accuracy bonus. Honestly, well, that's handy, but let's go with this actually, because this could be hugely helpful.
I'm here.
You return. What if you come seeking this time?
Yeah, I'm looking to turn the machine off.
That fool Aldhelm. He sent you, didn't he? I can hardly believe he's had the cleverness to survive. That simpleton thinks he can understand how to use something without understanding what it is, or why it is.
Yeah. I'm not going to claim that I got an optimized build here. I'm just basically going by instinct.
He dabbles with ancient and powerful devices, with all the finesse of a blacksmith. He sends you here to petition me for aid after years of disparaging my research. I'll bet he didn't even tell you the tower's name, did he? That's his problem. Always looking for solutions without caring for meaning.
I am quite enjoying the game overall. The combat system is only probably so-so, but the setting and the lore and all that are very good. Let's see, how do we persuade her here? How about you humble him by fixing the damn problem? My silence demonstrates it more succinctly. Your words fan the strange coals at the center of her soul. That's not great. Have you considered that the problems maybe are bigger than your rivalry? Okay. Apparently I've just made it worse and worse. What do I care? I prepared myself for an eventuality such as this, and I can assure you those dwindling souls in the streets are beyond caring as well. What's the tower called?
It's called Ternuneth. They built the machine atop it to contain souls, hold them in place. But the others I've seen, machines scattered all over the Deerwood, are relays built to move souls.
Where do they move souls to?
Another mystery. Hypothetically, anywhere they wished. The real question, as always, is why? To intermix them the way a player shuffles his deck, the way a farmer rotates his fields? To collect them, like butterflies under glass? To melt them down for raw essence? Unfortunately, I don't know.
Seems like you know quite a lot about
I read
this.
the runes like a journal. I understand their meaning. People like Aldhelm try to read them like instructions, and in so doing, they miss their true meaning completely.
Why did they tether souls?
Perhaps they didn't. Perhaps that's why they built no other machines like this one.
That's fair, I suppose, yeah.
We now see the Engwithans as masters of soul manipulation, but they couldn't have attained their expertise without copious trial and error. Perhaps this was one such experiment.
Unfortunately valid, if kind of unhelpful. Okay, how do you work it?
Back to these tinkers' concerns. And what would you do with these tethered souls if I told you?
Yeah, I'd free them.
So you say. And just what would you release them to? They'd abandon their existence here for another somewhere else, equally aimless and meaningless.
Not the nicest lady. I could help you, but I won't. The pride lodged in her soul flares up, twisting into the shape of something that writhes and squeals within her. Here I have specimens aplenty and time enough to observe them all. It's every scientist's dream. My answer is no. What? But what good is observing all this if you're going to hoard it for yourself? Tell her, Sea Lord, an entire language at your fingertips, and she hides it away. I can extinguish her pride? Is that a Watcher thing? Sure. Nope. I don't. Well, I tried. The vampire doesn't seem to notice as you wrap your mind around the squalling, burning mass. But it sears your very bones. You jump back, crying out in pain. I won't abandon this opportunity. These souls will remain here with me, and I'll accomplish more than any animancer in the history of the field. And who's going to know about it? The pride thing flickers as the flames around it abate. All I've learned, years of studying the Engwithan language, no one understands it better than me. That counts for something. Knowledge is meaningless unless it's shared. A foolish and false sentiment. Knowledge is meaning. It needs no external purpose. And one day it will die with you. The pride hisses and sputters. It's little more than an ember now. You're wrong. There's no conviction in her voice. I'll build it forever. I'll cling to it. That'll give me something. Can we extinguish it now? Nope. It may not be much, but it's still something. You can't take that away from me. Will that really be enough for you? It will. It must be. Teach me what you know, and I'll make sure it grows and your legacy lives on. Your words finally quench her pride, and all that remains is a blackened, diamond-hard rock. You cast it away, where it melts into the darkness.
My studies and efforts shall grow through yours.
There you go.
These are the words you need.
Her cold, dry fingertips rest on your temples, and you feel her reaching into your mind, forming images from the darkness. Runes flash through your head, but they're no longer just pictures. They have meaning, and you understand them. They're commands. Something triggers in your mind, distant memory unearthed from a past life long since buried. You can see a vast array of runes, far more than Acantha's shown you, and you know their sound and their meaning, and how they fit together. The language of Engwithan, once more at your command.
Something has awakened in your mind. You understand far more than I ever did. Take this knowledge, then, and do what you will with Ter Nuneth. Now that you understand its purpose, it will serve you in whatever way you wish.
A speaker of dead tongues now. And so he surpasses 100 frustrated scholars in the matter of a few moments. I don't suppose you could look at a few books for me? Yeah, I probably could. I feel like asking all these things. We kind of asked all this already. How do the words work? Harnessing the power of Tir Nunith is about understanding what it was designed to do. You know the words and their meanings. You can speak them, and the tower shall obey. What do you think I do?
Turn it off, I expect. That will be easy now that you can read the runes. The vessels would still roam, but striking them down would return their essence to the cycle. But be careful. That machine controls hundreds of souls, and that volume of essence could easily overload it. Improperly channeling the essence would destroy the machine along with the souls. It would be a terrible loss for posterity.
Okay. We should destroy the machine. It doesn't matter whether the souls inside belong to the wheel or oblivion. Their lives are over. Dead is dead. Do not have her accent down at all. We kind of asked the other 3 questions already. Alright, that's all. Dead is not really dead. This is a world with canonical reincarnation. So, I don't think we can destroy it, if only for the reason that it'll kill all the souls as well. Although it's clearly extremely dangerous and probably shouldn't be left in the hands of these random idiots, but nonetheless, I think turning it off is probably the best we can do. For the time being. At least it'll resolve the immediate crisis. Be nice to be able to get up and down the stairs without having to just load through every floor. Okay, at least we can quick make it back up to the top, but it doesn't save that much time. The trigger should probably just be at the door to the whole tower, honestly. Alright, Aldhelm. Aldhelm looks much worse than before. His rotten flesh hangs loosely and sores have eaten away patches of skin at his joints. He looks at you with a strange glimmer in his eyes, so he's gonna, yeah, okay. He takes a tentative, scuttling step toward you, then doubles over, coughing up strings of black bile. He seems to have forgotten about you for the moment. Yeah, he's not okay. Alright. A jagged Adra pillar rises in front of you, encased in stonework and run through with copper veins. The panel is covered with runes, which you can now understand. You recognize words for end and for hold. The dial is currently fixed on hold. You also recognize by an inscription that the manner in which you turn the dial is a means of throttling the device. So we can overload it or choose end. Overloading it would take care of the problem permanently, probably. But you have to consider souls in a world of reincarnation is basically, souls. So, killing them all would be bad. Let's just end for now. As the command words leave your lips, the dial sinks into the Adra under your hand. Something like a thunderclap sounds overhead. The glow fades from the machine as it falls dormant. Alright. That helps a little. How you doing, Aldhelm?
Still and silent.
A little better.
It's finally over.
Yeah, it's over,
Still
right?
and silent. It's finally over.
Okay, Durance dealt with his problem. What was it? Oh, people were offering sacrifices. Durance explored the ruins of Ibril's Well extensively and found a wide array of dangers in the ancient city's crumbling homes and palaces. Though the Pugra had always been hostile to outsiders, Durance was able to speak with them and realized they were being mentally controlled by someone else. The source of the increased attacks was an Orlan cipher who'd been disowned by her father and subsequently banished from the Twice-Split Arrows. Especially skilled at mental domination, the cipher was using the Pugra, her children, to make a small fortune on unlucky travelers. However, once Durance drew her out into the open, the overconfident cipher was quickly defeated. In the cipher's lair near the heart of Ibril's Well, Durance discovered a grisly treasure. A necklace the Pugra had formed from the teeth of the Orlan's murdered father. Gross. But it's got a charged spellbind of rot skulls and plus 18 fortitude. Okay, how are we doing construction-wise? Yes, there's an attack. I'm going to ignore that. I guess we sent Durance to escort this supplicant. Right, then construction. Something building right now, or no? No, okay, we better get on something. Bailey. towers, library. That's pretty handy. Let's just go for these trails so we can get this prestige and security and these bonuses. Okay, Aldhelm's just going to say that it's finally over repeatedly, apparently. What's in our journal? Okay, I think we need to talk to Lady Webb again, actually, because we did just resolve another quest. Not this one. This one, yeah. So we should talk to Webb about that. We should probably accept this quest, actually, although I'm guessing we're not supposed to do it until later, maybe? We should do that. Don't know where that cave is, but we'll find it later. That's outside. This, we need to do a different quest for the lady in order to get access to here, I think. This, we were going to kind of just skip, probably, because that's for them. This is later. This, we got to go into beneath our house, and actually this too. That's just get to know Durance. That we have to get a better reputation here. Actually, we should check if after this we have a good enough reputation here. That we're looking for. Yeah. Okay, so for now, we need to talk to the sentry at the entrance to this district, because she gave us a quest to resolve this district's problems, which we have done. We need to go back and talk to Lady Webb and report to her about what we've just dealt with in this district. And we need to check and see if we can get Ader's records now. Our reputation should be better in Defiance Bay, at least somewhat, I think. Was Willa right here? Was Willa all the way back at the Crucible? Maybe Willa was all the way back at Crucible Keep, yeah. There was... Oh. Yeah, I think she was back at Crucible Keep. Okay. That's fine. A little bit of running all around to do. Oh. Oh, yes, Seda, you're alive. Good. There, that's the nice man who helped me. Thank the Iron Arm for it. We'll get you sorted out at the keep. I'm glad we solved her. The tower. It's off. Does this mean the curse on Heritage Hill is lifted? It wasn't exactly a curse, but yep, it's safe again. Well, I think it'll be some time before anyone will be willing to settle in the district again. But at least we can get started on restoring it. Yep, problem solved. Okay. 2 first fires. Thanks for watching, adventurers. New parts will be up every other day, or you can watch live on Twitch. If you did enjoy the video, consider leaving a like or subscribing. Have a nice day, adventurers. This is Sea Lord Janda, signing off.